Well, we are officially 5.5 months deep into 2020 and everything is still canceled. I want a haircut. I want a hamburger. Don't cancel my golf season. Look, all I really want to do is I just want to play some fucking shows. What's up, gang? This is Ian, your very friendly neighborhood Viking, coming back to you with another Motivational Monday video. And today we're going to talk about how all the concerts, all the festivals, everything in the world is pretty much canceled and what the hell we're going to do about it. I'm sure all of you guys have noticed, you've all seen the articles, you've all seen the videos, you've all seen everything, that everything in the world is pretty much canceled. Reading Fest, Leeds, Sonic Temple, Download, Jesus, even the Gathering of the Juggalos is canceled. And it sucks because it was pretty much over before it even started. And that's a big pisser because that's where most bands make their money. That's where the majority of the rock and metal bands, like all those festivals, that's where their revenue stream is. It's all in the summer. And now there's none. Some got rescheduled, some are just canceled until 2021. Aside from just the generalization, nobody really knows what's going to happen. From what I've read, it said that I believe that the concert industry in a whole is looking at a loss of about $5 billion all the way around in concert revenue income, which is insane. And that sucks for any of those artists that's their only job. You know, they tour constantly. There's tons of bands that I'm sure you guys know, I know, that's how they live. They live on tour. And what it seems like is that the damage that's been caused to the concert industry is significantly worse, or it's up for debate if it's significantly worse or not, but it's definitely going to be longer lasting than I believe any of these other industries. The bar industry, the restaurant industry, movie theaters, you know, all of those, it's gonna be shut down longer than all of those. And that sucks for the people who live like that and the people that want to get out, and that's like their only escape is to get out and go to a concert maybe once a month or once every 6 months even, who knows. People look forward to those huge festivals every year because that's their vacation. That's it, they get a couple days, then they have to go back to work, and now that's not there. And that is a huge kick in the balls. What I was saying about the concert industry being out of work longer than all the other industries, it's true. Even sports industries, you know, they're lucky because they at least have TV deals. They can play at empty stadiums and all that stuff. They get shit on TV, so they're gonna be okay. But the people in bands that barely get by right now as it is, or even hardly get by on tour, they're the ones that are going to suffer real bad, or they have been suffering, and they're going to suffer for a long time. Which actually brings me to my next point. If you guys are Spotify users, and I'm not sure if there's other platforms where you can do this, but I know Spotify is doing it for sure. They have what's called an artist fundraising pick, and you can go to whatever artist that you like and look at their page on Spotify, and I believe right under their header, there's some kind of a donation button that you can donate to them. It helps raise money for the bands, anybody who works for them, their crew, anything like that. So if you have some extra cash and you know some bands that are struggling, or if you just want to help out or whatever, please go there and definitely help them out. Trust me, to being in a band that makes very little to no money, I know how that is, and anytime anybody donates anything to us, it is so helpful and we appreciate it so much. And I'm sure those people that are living off of that really, really appreciate it. So take a minute and at least go check it out when you get time. I have seen that like Live Nation and StubHub and Paradigm, I think is like another one, they've lost like billions of dollars in market value. They've been borrowing, I believe, up to, I know it's $150 million. I believe they've laid off like 40% or so, like on average, of their workforce. It's insane. Touring bands, they make money on tour. That's how they make money. That's why they're on tour all the time. Chino Moreno from the Deftones had an article a while back ago, and they're a very big band, huge band. You know, they've been around for 25 years. And he said in an interview I read a while back ago that if he doesn't tour for a third of the year, he can't pay his bills. Now, I don't know how that guy lives. I have no idea what his day-to-day cost of living is. I have no clue. You know, he might be paying outrageous amounts for whatever. Who knows? But that's a huge band. And they have to be on tour at least for a third of the year just to make the ends meet. That's scary when you think of a band that big. I read an interview a while back ago, and I believe it was Devin Townsend said he makes about $60,000 a year, which the average income of the U.S. is only 51 to 55, I think the last time I checked. So people think that bands just have money to burn, or they think that, oh, why can't you just give me this t-shirt or give me this, CD or hook me up here or whatever. Like, you can't do that because you have to pay for that. It comes out of our pocket. We don't even have that kind of wiggle room. I know that some of you guys are going to debate with me on, how much money is too much, or if they're living comfortably or not, or whatever. I don't care. I don't really give a shit. When you think of like huge, rock stars and musicians or whatever, you think that they have money. I do. I still do. And it's not the case. It just isn't that way anymore. Not for metal, at least, and not for like, rock bands. If you're in a band like the Foo Fighters or something like that, Metallica makes like $300,000 a show or something like that. But that's Metallica. They're literally the biggest metal band in the world. You can debate me all you want on that shit. I don't give a damn. With bands that tour, that's how they get paid. And it ain't a lot. Because you don't get paid jack shit from Spotify and YouTube and all that stuff. If you're lucky enough to get like a sync on a TV show or something like that, great. You're set for a while, or at least in part. But most bands don't get that. Touring is their bread and butter. That's their 9 to 5. And if you think of all the costs that have to come out when you tour, it's outrageous. At the end of the month, or end of however long it is, they don't wind up with really much. I said Spotify pays 0.006 to 0.0084 cents per play. So if you think about it like this, if you have a song on Spotify and it gets played 1 million times, you get $6,000 out of 1 million plays. Million. That's insane. $6,000. 20 years ago, when you would buy singles, you could sell a single that had like 3 tracks on it or something like that maybe, or even a 1 track for $5 or $6. If you sold 1 million of those, you know what I mean? Like, that's nuts. But 1 million plays through Spotify will only get you $6,000 to $8.4 thousand. That's it. So any of you who think that we just have money to burn, or we make all types of money through stuff, you are wrong. You are dead ass wrong. Period. Now comes the question where, when is it coming back? When is it going to come back around? When are we going to be able to go back out to shows? When are we going to be able to do anything, really, as far as concerts goes? With the service industry starting up in the next week or so, that's one thing. With the other businesses that I run, they are mostly service industry based. There are some pretty strict restrictions when it comes to those industries now. You can only have X amount of people, obviously you have to maintain the social distancing, and that can last for the next 6 to 12 months, which is going to be very difficult for me to maintain some of those businesses. And with concerts, a lot of the stuff I'm seeing is they're not going to do anything until next year. I don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. Maybe in a couple months, maybe they'll change their minds. Maybe they'll say, you know what, everything seems a lot better. Okay, let's start bringing some stuff around. I hope so. But then again, is that worth the risk of potentially getting people sick again? I don't know. How do you feel? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. I don't know. I love playing shows. I love playing anywhere, everywhere, all the time. I don't give a shit where it is. I'll play there. If there's going to be people there, I'll be there. I don't care where it's at. we've already had numerous offers to play. And we're not gonna do that quite yet. We're still working on a new record. We need to fine tune our set before we go back out there. Plus, we need to make sure that everything's gonna be safe, because not only is it important to the fans, it's also important to us and our families as well. So we go out and we engage with X amount of people, and then we bring that sickness home. It's a deal, you know what I mean? It's important, and all of those factors need to be looked at before anybody starts taking any steps. One thing that you guys can definitely do to help these bands out is to, like I said, use that artist fundraising pick, and please make sure that you are engaging with them on all of their social media accounts, whether it be Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, or subscribe to their YouTube channel or follow them on anything. Whatever the platform is, if you use it, follow them. And if you're engaging, and if you talk to them or send them DMs or share their stuff or whatever, trust me, as an artist, it does add up. We appreciate all of it. We see it all and we appreciate it all. So that is the one thing that you can do that will help us out immediately, and it really does a lot for our morale. So if you're doing that already, keep it up. You guys are awesome. If you're not doing it yet, please start right now. Find your favorite band or whatever and just share their posts, or just like it or whatever. If you're on Instagram, the band that you like, go to their Instagram page and make sure that you have the notifications turned on for their Instagram, because they didn't tell you that, but you got to have those on to see their posts on a regular basis. Like I said, I would love to know how you guys feel. What do you think? When do you think concerts are going to come back? What ones would you like to see right away? If you could pick any festival or concert to see right now, or tomorrow, let me know. I would love to know. With that, I want to say thank you guys very much for sticking around. I appreciate you guys tuning in every week. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please make sure you do that. Hit that little button, turn the bell notification on so you see all our videos when they come up. If you follow us on Facebook, awesome. If you're not following on Facebook, you are f***ing up, so fix it. I believe we're gonna start adding these videos to our IGTV on Instagram as well. So follow us on all platforms, share the stuff, subscribe, all that jazz, all the normal stuff. Links to all of our music and everything like that will be in the description below, as it always is. And thanks guys, and I will see you later.